So in this video we are going to see about minimum spanning trees. In that we have two types. One is prims and another one is crucibles. In last session we saw about crucibles, and now in this video we are going to see about prims. So this is what the given problem. It consists of 7 vertices, and between these two vertex we have weight. Based upon this we have to visit all the nodes. So we have to visit all the nodes, but it should not form any cycle. This is what the criteria we have. And initial table configuration is this one, and V is vertex node from which if the vertex is visited, then it will be mentioned as node. And dv is nothing but a distance between the particular vertex to reach the vertex, and PV is nothing but point value from which node it is coming. So that have to be mentioned in this particular PV. So we have to write all the vertex, and initially we don't know any we didn't visit any vertex, so it is mentioned as 0. And now I'm starting with V1, so I mentioned V1 as 0. And initially we don't know any distance, so it is mentioned as infinite, and we don't know any points, so it is mentioned as 0. Next table, now I am starting with V. So for V1 we have 3 adjacent nodes, V2, V4 and V5. So and it consists of weights 2, 1, 4. So here we have to update the table. So in this, from V1 I am visiting to V2, V3 and V4. So weight of it is distance between it is 2, 4, 1. So from which point V1 to which node V2, V3, V4, and it consists of distance or weight 2, 4, 1. So that have to be updated in the table. So in this table we have to take minimum value. So in this V1 V1 to V4 is a minimum value. So first we have to take that. So that we have to draw here. So V1 to V4, and it consists of weight 1. Next, from V4 we have to check where and all we can visit. So from V4 we can able to visit V1. It is already visited, so we no need to visit the same one. So here V1 is mentioned as 1 because from that only we are starting. So we mentioned as known as 1. So we no need to go back. If we go back also weight will be increased, so we no need to go back. Some V4 to we can visit to V2, V5, V7, V6 and V5. So to visit V2, my distance is 3. Already I have distance 2. It is lesser value, so I no need to visit to V2 because I have already lesser value. So for V4 already I don't have any values here, infinite. So to visit V5, this is the minimum value as of now. So it is mentioned as 7. And for to visit V6 it is 8, and visit V7 4, and for V5 value is 2. So these are the values I can visit from V4. So from V4 in initial table here it is 0. Now we are mentioning as from V4 we are visiting to V5, V6 and V7 with the value of 7, 8 and 4. Here from V1 I can visit to from V1 I can visit to V3. Here V3, but it have weight of 4. Where in the case of this one I have weight of 2. So compared to 4, my value 2 is lesser. So I am updating the value as 2 because it is higher value. Now I have lesser value. So this is what updated table. Now I have to now V4 is visited, V1 also visited. Other than these two things we have remaining values. So now which one will be the lesser value? V1 it is already visited, this V2 was already visited. Now so from V2 I can visit to V4 and V6 For V4 I have value is 1, already visited 1, so I no need to update. So here V5 is 7, it is 10, so already I have lesser value, so no need to update from V2. So next lesser value is 4, this 4. So from 4 for this V7, so from V7 I can visit to V4. V4 already have 1, so I no need to update this one. And V7 to V5, V7 to V5 already I have 7, so now I have 6 that I have to update here. Then from V7 to V6 already I have 8, now it is 1, so I am updating this one. Then V7 to V4, it is already 4, I have already 1, so it is 4, it is no need to update. So these are the values we can visit. So now I am making V1, V2, V3, V4 as updated one. Next, the minimum value from this is 4, so from this only I visited the values 6, 4 and 5. It is already updated with the lesser value. Next, it is 7 is visited. Then we have two values 1 and 6. So in this lesser value is 1. So I am taking V6 as visited 1, V6 as visited 1. So from V6 I can move to these are the values. It is already lesser. It is already I have lesser value, so I no need to update at this one. So this is what your final value. Now I already visited all the 7 nodes with the lesser value. So I can draw this table that. So from V1 we can go to V4, V2 and V5. So this is the lesser value, so I marked here. Next, from the table V1, V4 is visited. From V4 I have minimum value is 2, so I am visiting here. Then from V5 I have minimum value 4 and 5, so here it is circle will form, so no need to form. Next minimum value is, so for this one I have minimum value, this I can update. So from V4 we have minimum value is 2, so visited here. Next minimum value from this is 4, so we have to visit this one. So for after visiting 7 I have minimum value to visit is 1, so I am visiting here. So this already visited. For V7 I have visited this one. This will be the minimum value. To visit V5, compared to this line it is 10 and here it is 1, so this one will be the lesser value, so visited 7. So now I visited all the nodes. So as like your table, it is updated. While you are updating table itself, you have to draw this particular line so that it is easy for us to visit all the nodes with minimum value. Thank you.